I figured we can just get right into it. Master that lasso tool, man. You'll be able to do pretty much anything in Photoshop.
Ready for some amazing news? People on effective HIV treatment have zero risk of passing HIV to their sexual partners. This is game-changing. HIV treatment is now proven HIV prevention. Remember, take your meds, keep the amount of HIV in your body low. Zero risk of passing HIV to others. How low can you go, San Antonio? Learn more at golowsa.org.
Microban 24 protects against Staphylococcus aureus and Enterobacter aerogenes bacteria, but does not provide 24-hour protection against viruses. Every time you touch a surface, you leave behind bacteria. To keep surfaces sanitized all day, use Microban 24 sanitizing spray.
You end up
Spray
having
on common surfaces to
any
kill
questions about what I'm
99.9%
doing,
of viruses
please
and
don't
bacteria
hesitate
initially,
to ask.
including
I
the
am
virus that causes COVID-19. Once dry,
coloring this
Microban
cover
24
for my
sanitizing
comic
spray is
book
effective for 24 hours on
called
bacteria when
Savage
used as
Sasquatch.
directed.
It is an
Charmin,
homage
you
of
shouldn't
this
talk
classic
about going to the
X-Men
bathroom in
cover I
public,
have here on the
so we
left.
decided to sing about it.
My sweet cheeks feeling squeaky clean.
So
When Charmin
he's got a little bit of a
behind the
fun
scenes,
spin to it.
turning cheapy gives me those cheeky clean feels that
I was spending a little bit of time trying to do a similar
Charmin Ultra
look
Strong
to the
just cleans
original
better.
cover.
Enjoy the go with Charmin.
And I just realized I really didn't like what I was doing. I don't know. It was either probably just because I wasn't successful at it more than Six Style being bad. I don't think I did a good job trying to emulate the original. So it is what it is. I'm just going back to kind of my tried and true style. Okay. probably do something more with the background later. But I want to try and start figuring out what in the world I am going to do with Bigfoot here. I hesitate to color him just because I really don't like coloring fur and hair, and the dude is all fur and hair. Thanks for the follow. So what I was doing is I'm drawing the selections here. I'm not feathering the selection, because if we feather it, gets at that nice soft edge, kind of like what's down here in the smoke. Those are feathered selections, whereas in this area I want it to be a more crisp line. Yeah, I didn't get to stream last week. We had Snowmageddon or Snowpocalypse or whatever you want to call it last week here in my neck of the woods in Texas. Fortunately for my family, we did not actually end up losing power. We have haven't gotten the electric bill yet. The electric company is still working that out. They had a press conference today, which I didn't end up watching. I just kind of caught the cliff notes from other people that sat through it, and they didn't give any information. They're apparently just talking about transparency without actually answering any questions, was the general consensus. So one person did seem to think that they were going to attempt to pass along the costs over the course of the next 10 to 15 years to mitigate it, but at the same time they're still making us pay for it, which I still don't think is right, because they're the ones that botched the whole deal. But you know, such is the world we live in. But yeah, we fortunately did not lose power, which, as mentioned, makes me terrified for our electric bill. Well, I've got one guy who's up in Dallas, and he got his bill, and his bill, he says, was 4 times what he typically pays. And you know, for us, that's still going to be about $400 to $500, and I really don't believe I should have to pay $400 or $500 for my bill. So, let alone the other guys that, you know, you see the reports that got like a $17,000 bill or something. Like, I don't even know how that works out, considering it just all ended. I don't know how they got their bill already. Like, I don't know. Something seems a little screwy, but there's reports of hotels price gouging. You know, there's people, I saw screenshots of, you know, hotel rooms going for $1,500 at like a Hampton Inn. You know, so, and that all that stuff is, I keep seeing reports that stuff's illegal, yet it happened anyway, and so far I haven't heard any reports about anybody being punished for price gouging, so I really don't know. I don't know. A bit, but I mean, just being cold, I mean, generating the heat, that's always more expensive anyway. And I didn't work a full schedule during the week. You know, I worked part-time. I worked every day, but I wasn't pulling in 8-10 hours like I could. So, you know, I tried to keep stuff off as much as possible. You know. I mean, I'm usually pretty good about it anyway. No, my art does not use 400 bucks worth of energy, especially at this time of year. At this time of year, being winter and just generally not warmer, like our bill, you know, cracks maybe $100, you know, give or take. It just the condo we're in isn't terribly energy efficient. Like it's also bigger than my old apartment. Like, but I mean, my energy bill during the winter in my old apartment would be like $25. Oh, and the lowest I've gotten down here is about 75. So I don't know. I don't really know what to expect. I canceled my auto bill pay just so I could be prepared to fight them, but they actually just announced today in that press release that they were going to suspend the auto pay right now anyway, which is really surprising, but you know, good. Because I was trying to warn like friends and family, like, man, turn it off before they just take all your money. So I'm looking at I've got a handful of books. I got like 4 or 5 books for Christmas. So Ready Player One was just the first one I made it through, and now I'm into the or the Organized Writer, not understand. The Organized Writer is what I'm focusing on, and I haven't got too far in that. I was pretty burnt out yesterday by the time I went to bed. I usually read right before we go to bed, and some days I'm just too tired. I only started 2 days ago, and then yesterday I was too tired to actually read it. So maybe tonight, hopefully tonight. And then I've actually got I was given all the books in the Witcher series, so ooh, yeah, that's a big book. That's kind of cool though. I've got a couple of hot taller shelves due to like the absolute editions and stuff. The downside is I try to have my books organized alphabetical by title, which doesn't always work well for the oversized books. So sometimes I have to fudge a little bit on the positioning, but they're big enough to be seen, so it's not too big a deal. But I've got to completely redo all that. It's way out of order right now. But I wanna go through my. I've got some stuff pulled aside. I'll probably go sell to like half price books or whatever. I got more I want to add to it. Trying to get a little more streamlined in my collecting. Like, I'm still a collector, but I'm trying to weed it out a little bit. Yeah, I haven't read the Witcher books, and I'm really looking forward to it because I did play that game, and I really love the game, and I love the world and all that, and I've heard some good things about the book, so I'm looking forward to trying them out. Uh, yeah, as Cyberpunk, we'll see. Like I didn't have to pay for Cyberpunk, and so and I've got a backlog of video games, so I'm letting it sit. Let them do their patches, and I'll just revisit it later this year. Like, 'cause you may or may not know, what I do is I use Bing instead of Google, and I use it specifically because using it you earn reward tokens, and I just turn around and cash the reward tokens into Microsoft Xbox gift cards. So every year I usually generate a couple $100 in Xbox gift cards. So that's how I buy most of my video games now on Xbox. So like Cyberpunk was free. Last year I got Hitman for free. I think I got another game. I got like 3 or 4 games last year that I didn't even pay for. Or I'll pay a very reduced amount. Like I'll get it on sale and use whatever gift cards I have from just using Bing. So PlayStation's another matter. I do end up having to pay for PlayStation, but right now that's kind of where I'm spending my time because I just beat Ghost of Tsushima this weekend. I've been playing that since August, just slowly. Yeah, it makes sense. Everything's delayed this year because of COVID. I mean, that's across the board.
Spilled your drink? Bounty picks up spilled
Most
liquor.
every
And
industry.
Heat is 2 times more absorbent, so you can use less than the leading value brand.
I haven't done any of the online stuff. I've just focused on the single player. I don't even have like PlayStation
Your
Plus
evenings
right
can use
now.
a little
And
more brightness.
I don't even
So add a
have
splash of
online
Tropicana
for
Pure Premium
Xbox right
Orange
now.
Juice
It
with
lapsed, and
100% of your daily dose of
I know they
vitamin
were
C
supposed
for
to
the
be
whole
doing
family.
something new
It's
when
that little
the
evening
new
moment that
Xbox
can
came
brighten
out
your night.
with
Tropicana.
Xbox
Sip your
Live, and then they were
sunshine.
like, "Hey, we're junking the price," and then no, we're not,
Old
and it
Spice
just kind of
Clinical Sweat Defense
it all
offers
lapsed, and I haven't
73
done
hour
anything
sweat
with it.
protection
So,
from the gym to the
and right
office
now
to the corner store to the
I'm
queue
playing
aisle to
games
the
so
park to the chess
sporadically,
table to the clock
or
ticking to you
or even
suggesting
not. Like
pancake
right now,
dessert
I'm
to
just playing
checkmate to the crowd erupting to the
the
chess master falling to
PlayStation
their
games,
knees
which
to the
is
grandmothers hugging to the
the
flowers at your
single
feet to the
player
people singing to
exclusives. Like
you
I
sitting
just finished
sweat
Ghost of
protected as the
Tsushima.
new
I'm
Chess
playing the
World
Miles
Supreme
Morales
Grandmaster.
Spider-Man.
Old Spice Clinical Sweat Defense.
Uh,
Smell ready for a
and
heat.
then I've got Final Fantasy VII Remake and The
Join the
Last of
millions
Us
switching to
2
Spectrum
in the
Mobile, and
queue
you can
for
save up to
next.
40%.
So,
Nationwide
I mean, I got
5G
games
included
there,
with every
and
plan,
none of those
and
I
there are no
really
added
need
taxes
online,
or
so
fees,
it
plus
saves
no
us some money. I
contracts.
don't have
And for a
to
limited time, get up to
I don't have to pay
$500 off a new Samsung 5G
pay
phone
the
with
online
trade-in when you
fee and
switch to Spectrum
whatever.
Mobile.
So
Click to learn more.
it's just one way we can
Savings
save a
based
little
on
bit of money
comparison
right
of
now.
single-line comparable unlimited
I
plans
did
amongst
not.
major national carriers as of 1/27/2021. Data usage limits vary by carrier. Spectrum internet required.
I've kind of
Services not
fallen
available in
out
all
of,
areas.
of
Restrictions
first
apply.
person shooters. I used to play them all the time, and we did clan matches, and we're a world ranked clan at one time, but that's a while ago, and I don't do that anymore. I definitely having a kid, I play fewer games because I spend more time, and it was a team. It wasn't me. It was the whole team. The team was just really good at working together, and we had a couple of really, really good players. But being comics and stuff like that, I was probably one of the ones that played the least. So I was not a top team. I was not a top person in the team. I was just on a top team. And just being that I didn't play so much because working so much, making the comics and everything like that. I do notice my reflexes are slower than they used to be when it comes to the shooting games and fighting games and stuff like that. So, and it was just a different time of my life, like everybody was in a different, like I still have all those guys on my friends list, but it's rare that I connect with anybody. Every now and again I do, and it's great, and we have a lot of fun. But part of the reason why I enjoyed doing it so much was who I was playing with, and the good times we had, just being together and having a good time. I mean, that was our Friday nights. I was dateless wonder. So we just played games with friends and stuff. We got pretty good, but then I got less good because I wasn't playing or practicing as much as everybody else, and that's all right. And now it's the last bit. I was trying to stay up with everybody, like, hey, let me have the same games you are so we can play. Because I played so erratically, by the time I would get the games and play with them to play online, they would kind of be phasing out the game as I was starting to play. So I would get like 1 or 2 sessions online playing with anybody, and then nobody would play that game again. So I was buying brand new games to play multiplayer and ended up just playing by myself or with a bunch of random strangers, which I I I have zero interest in playing with a bunch of randos. That's not fun to me. I enjoy playing with my friends. And if I can't play online with my friends, I just assume play a narrative driven game is my personal preference. So, and that's where I'm at right now. I'm doing more when I do play. It's much more narrative driven than competitive. I've As I've gotten older, the competitive gaming has become less relaxing. It used to be a relaxing, unwinding thing for me. It doesn't let me relax or unwind anymore. It's much more. It's too intense. People get too high strung, too emotional, including myself. That's not to say other people. Like, it gets a little too. Everybody gets a little too amped, and especially if I'm just like trying to jump online to have a good time. The last thing I want is somebody like berating me for like, oh man, you should have been over here. Why didn't you do that? It's like, bro, like we lost. It's cool. It's not that big a deal. Let's play. Yeah, I played the first season of Fortnite for a little while, and it's whatever. Like it didn't do anything for me. It got super repetitive. Now I know they've got some other stuff going on now, which is cool, but I found it dreadfully repetitive, especially because, like I said, I didn't play that often, so I wasn't particularly good. So I jump online playing with like my brother and some of our friends, and I die super quick, and then I'm sitting around for half an hour waiting to join up with them. Like, oh well, go play by yourself, and so I go start a game by myself, and oh, their game ended, they're ready to start a new game, but oh hey, I'm doing well and I'm not dying. So it just got to a point where if we can get together and all play together, cool. But I got tired of buying games to play with other people who wouldn't play with me anymore, just because they've already played it to death by the time I got to it. And that isn't like, hey, I'm buying it a year later. I was buying it like a week or two. Like, oh, it's just not what we wanted. We're gonna go back and play Destiny or whatever. And I got burnt out on Destiny super quick. Very repetitive game. And I did buy into Destiny 2, and that was kind of like the last straw for me. I bought Destiny 2 to play with everybody, and I literally played with friends like twice. Somehow I changed the background color of canvas. What is going on? I think they're trying to pull a No Man's Sky on Anthem. Same thing with like Cyberpunk, because Anthem looked really, really, really cool, but yeah, it didn't apparently deliver on everything they were trying to. I don't know how I changed the background. I'll have to look it up later. I forgot. So I think I actually just read an article about Anthem recently, and I think EA is trying to salvage that game. More power to them. I played the demo, and the demo was fun, but repetitive, and that was apparently the entire game. And the demo, like, you could play through in like an hour and a half, 2 hours. So. Yeah, I've just become more interested in the narrative games. You know, I get more out of them. You know, as a storyteller and whatnot. It just I appreciate it better. Yeah, Anthem was a game I was wanting, and I didn't buy the day it came out because I didn't have enough Bing points to pay for it. So I waited because I was gonna like get the credits to buy it, and then all stuff came out about yeah, it's just really not what it was hyped to be. Like the Cyberpunk game, I still, you know, for as bad as that came off and it happened, I still have confidence that they're gonna fix the game and make it what it could be. And I've seen plenty of people that went ahead and played through it. Like, yeah, it's buggy, but it's still a fun game. The story's still compelling, this and that. So I think that'll be fine. I'm just putting it at a lower priority while I got other games to play. Yeah, it just takes me a while to get through games, and that's okay. Well, and I've seen stuff recently where they've kind of like pulled that one back together eventually between multiple updates and downloads and stuff like that. They've kind of fixed that into a playable game, and I've heard really great things about that one. I'm still not gonna go buy it, but it's just kind of messed up that right now they keep releasing games that aren't ready to be released, and you don't get the actual good game until months or years later. Yeah, I don't even know what those are.
Tired of social distancing at home? Try bass fishing in the great outdoors on your own private lake. With more than 80 lakes to choose from across Texas and Oklahoma, private water fishing provides you
those
with
don't
a
sound
private
familiar
bass
to me.
fishing lake all to yourself. Private water fishing, one lake, all day, all yours, totally private. Call us today at 214-871-0044 or visit us at privatewaterfishing.com.
You never know when you're going to need a plumber. Hello, I'm Patrick Friend, and our family business is Primo Plumbing. Primo means cousin, but it also means first, best, and of highest quality. And that's what you're going to get.
Oh,
if you have a clogged
dude,
drain,
my mind
water
was
heater
still
problem, or any kind of
on
leak, make Primo
video
Plumbing
games.
your first call. Call Primo Plumbing at 210-684-4069. For 24-hour emergency service, call Primo Plumbing 210-684-4069 or primoplumbinginc.com.
Hey, I'm Andy, and I started Harry's, the shaving company that's fixing shavings.
Yeah, I've had
At
a
Harry's, we keep it simple. We
couple
make sharp,
brief
durable blades
conversations
and offer them
online
at
with
honest prices
Rylan
for as low as
through
$2
our
each. We obsess over
Kickstarter
quality
stuff.
so much that we do crazy things, like buy a German razor blade factory. So give us a try with this special offer. Get a Harry starter set with a 5-blade razor, weighted handle,
I think I
shave gel,
gave
and
away
travel cover, all
a
for
digital
only
copy of
$3 with free shipping. Just go to harrys.com and enter 0099 at checkout. That's
one or two of his
harrys.com, code
books.
0099.
It might have been the first issue of Peacekeeper. I'm not sure offhand. Aberrant. You know better than I do, man. That was one thing nobody ever told me about before becoming a parent. Your freaking memory becomes garbage. It's crazy how bad my memory is now. Well, it's also got to be ready. I mean, I don't know how long it's going to take to get a color. I mean, I would love to have had it already launched by now in a perfect world. But I can't even put a estimate on when it's going to be done. I'm trying to be done over the next couple weeks. Yeah. Because blowing the delivery date, it can negatively impact future campaigns. You know, and right now I don't like my rough estimate right now. You know, that's if everything goes right, and as of February of last year, nothing's really gone right. Oh, I get what you mean. Oh, maybe. I'm hoping for March right now. Probably late March, to be honest. Start ramping up buzz on that it's coming. You know, that's part of what I need. My social media game, I wish, was stronger and more consistent. I try to be consistent, but I'm still not. You know, it's a constant struggle. Because it's one of those things I'm not terribly good at, like making random posts when I don't really have anything legitimate to update, you know. And then when I try to do things like the last one was like, hey, who do you want to see do a variant cover? I got like three people, which I'm glad I got those three, but I was hoping there'd be a little more push and pull and be like, oh, that'd be great, you know, like this is totally doable, but man, it'd be really cool if you got this, you know, I'd love to see Sasquatch drawn by such and such, you know, like just to get some more cross banter between me and fans, yes, but also just between fans, just to interact there. That would have been fantastic, and that didn't quite go as well. I mean, it doesn't mean I'm gonna stop. I just haven't thought of the next thing to ask or do. But I'm gonna do a new update, if not tomorrow, Wednesday for sure. I may be working on building it all tomorrow. Power! The power of Grayskull, Tony. Hi, Tony. Yeah, it was pretty freaking cold. It was fun for Monday. But by Tuesday, I was totally ready for it to be over. And it wasn't gone until like Friday afternoon. Well, and there's still some around, like even on Saturday, just the lingering bits, but ugh. It's been a heck of a long day. My brain betrayed me last night and woke me up at like 2:30. I didn't sleep a whole lot after that. Kind of just dozed here and there. Oh, eyes are burning. Oh, I see him on Facebook. Anytime I see him, he's riding a bicycle. So, somewhere in the Philippines, riding a bicycle. Nah. Nah, I got enough headaches in my life right now. I've got a plan, and I'll just go. Oh, it's already drawn. I have it all. Like I have the issues in hand. So everything's done. I just have to get it colored and lettered. Here's all the issue 6 right now. You can't see it. Interesting. Wait. Oh, that's right. I only just shared the Photoshop screen, not the whole screen. Ha! You can't see it. I was gonna share with you that the teeny tiny thumbnail show that I have the book, but oh well. It doesn't want to cooperate right now, so that's all right. No, it'll get done. I just gotta get it done. Right? I forgot, like when I set it up, I set up the Twitch stream to record a specific window, i.e. Photoshop, and the Photoshop browser is Bridge is technically a different program. That's the one thing I didn't like when they went
As an
into
online student at
the
Arizona State
CS
University,
model.
you can take a journalism class with
They
a
created
Pulitzer
Adobe
Prize-winning
Bridge
author,
when it just used to be
study
file
engineering
browser
with a Nobel
inside
laureate,
Photoshop. I
and do a
love
virtual
that.
lab
I
with a
don't like it
MacArthur
being a
Fellow.
separate program, but
In any of our 200-plus
they
programs,
didn't ask
you'll
me.
learn from the same world-renowned faculty and earn the same degree as on-campus students, while receiving personalized support to empower your success.
I mean,
Learn how to
they have
advance your
Photoshop
professional
do
path at
a million other
ASUonline.asu.edu.
things, including like simple animations now. It seems kind of strange to me that I can't just have the file browser in Photoshop,
Spilled your drink?
which
Bounty
seems
picks up
more
spills quicker,
important to me
and each sheet
than
is 2 times more absorbent, so you can use
terrible
less than the
limited
leading value
animation.
brand. Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
That doesn't seem to me what Photoshop should be
Today
about, but
tastes like movie night.
again,
And
they didn't
everyone's
ask me.
favorite hit, pizza and Coke. Today tastes like front row seats for all. Like cushions and popcorn.
Maybe one of these days
Counting
old
the
Mr. Chris Cox will jump on the stream again,
tastes like a
who works
slice
for
of the
Adobe, but maybe
You
not.
belong here and now.
He did once or twice a while
I've never
ago.
tasted this good.
I could ask him about it,
Coca-Cola.
but
Together tastes better.
You can
That
get up to
probably won't do anything
$700
either.
this month, all while listening to music, or catching up on that podcast, or filling out the crossword.
right now
or
I'm just
brainstorming what
trying
make for
to kind
dinner.
of
When you donate plasma, find your local CSL Plasma
block
Center
in
and
a
donate
rough
today.
idea for the rendering. It's all subject to change, but I'm hoping I can get it mostly figured out. I'm hoping now that I've started coloring issue 5, I think I've gotten the new costume for the main characters figured out, and I'm pretty sure I've gotten the color schemes for the casino figured out. So I'm hoping I'll be able to finish that Craig cover finally that I've been struggling with so terribly. The cover B for this issue. That's my hope. This is my goal. We shall see. You see that crazy Mortal Kombat trailer? I didn't even know they were making a Mortal Kombat movie, let alone a Mortal Kombat movie that actually looks pretty rad. Right? Dude, that was just like, okay. I mean, it's been since I was like 13 since I've been excited about Mortal Kombat, and so to be able to like, hey, I'm excited about Mortal Kombat, and that seems crazy to me. But here I am. Dang, that looks cool. Mm-hmm. And you got to keep in mind, part of that is what makes us fall in love with some of those video game characters and stuff is, you know, they've got time. You know, they've got 10, 12, 20, 40 hours that you spend and live with those characters. You know, most games don't get started in the first 2 hours, let alone get you invested in the characters. And it's so trying to pull off what is accomplished in a game story-wise within a movie that's a fraction of the run length, that's a tall order. It's doable, but I mean, it hasn't, you know, anytime they did do it, it doesn't feel like they ever really invested any, or too much, I won't say any, too much top flight talent into the production of it. You know, I mean, you might get a star that they used to try and bank on, but everything else from the writers and directors and supporting cast are all lesser talents. You know, I'd hope they'd do something with Assassin's Creed, because I really liked Michael Fassbender. I think that dude's a really good actor, but I saw that movie and I don't remember anything about it. It was utterly forgettable. You know, when they did the Tomb Raider movies, I didn't hate the Tomb Raider movies with Angelina. I actually thought the new one with the Ex Machina girl, I thought that was actually pretty rad. That was a great one. I thought that was really good, but it didn't get much attention. I don't know if they'll ever make any more, but I enjoyed it. And they had my man Walton Goggins as the villain, so that's always pretty much an instant watch for me. That dude's awesome. Were I more of an adept writer, I would probably try to. I wanted. I'm not gonna say. I wanted to try initially to make the voice of the Sasquatch character very reminiscent to the Walton Goggins character from Justified, but I never felt like my minimal attempts at trying to capture that tone worked, and the snarky whatever was a little more in my wheelhouse. I mean, hopefully one day I can do it, because I actually really just really love Justified. That's a fantastic show. I really enjoy the way the characters speak in that show. Sort of works. There's too much of a kind of a blurry, soft feeling in this. I'm gonna have to investigate a little bit better for part of the reason why I always hate doing fur. I don't think I pull it off quite right. I got this cool fur brush, which I like, and I've seen amazing results with it, but I haven't seen amazing results with it
And
under
Charmin,
my
we heard you shouldn't
control.
talk about going to the bathroom in public,
And,
so we decided to sing about it.
Go and look into some other like amazing YouTube videos, or reach out to some of my buddies who I know can do it.
Charmin Super Mega Roll is 6 regular rolls in one. Enjoy the go with Charmin.
Your evening can use a little more brightness. So add a splash of Tropicana Pure Premium Orange Juice with 100% of your daily dose of vitamin C for the whole family. It's that little evening moment that can brighten their night. Tropicana. Sip your sunshine.
You can get up to $700 this month and make a
Yeah.
real difference in someone's life. When you donate plasma, find your local CSL Plasma Center and donate today.
It's Black culture for me. It's Black love for me.
Loves all of you.
It's Black power for me. It's Black history for me. Listen now on Spotify.
I'm bust out my scurry and get close into that, because that dude does some pretty fantastic fur. See if I can figure that out. Or go try and message him through Kickstarter, like, bro, how do you do fur? Because that dude did a lot of fur. Feathers, oh my goodness, and birds were freaking awesome. That crazy falcon or hawk. Yeah, that dude he does some incredible stuff in it. Oh man, that snake, oh my goodness. I still gotta do the third book. Yeah, the moose. I'm finishing up book 2. I still gotta read the third book, but I've actually really enjoyed it. It's been probably one of the best things I've gotten from Kickstarter, just all the way around, just the whole package, the product, the story, the everything is just really, really tight and good. I'm just trying something right now because I'm curious about, if I have the light coming in from this direction, she should technically be casting a shadow on him. So I'm curious about really pushing, his chest area. Into a darker range. And that would allow that fist to really come forward and pop, I'm thinking. Oh, it's an experiment. But I can also exaggerate the lighting and have the light on his face be more intense, so it would again really kind of pop. Yeah, you're not wrong, but I'm not gonna worry about doing that. It could be, who's to say it was even the claws that tore? Maybe it was just during the fight it got tore up otherwise during the fight. I don't know. Quit making sense. You're making sense and try and make more work for me. I'm already on the struggle bus hard enough, man. Last thing I need to do is destroy myself mentally trying to are these the right claw marks? Do they look gruesome enough? Is there hair in the blood of the claw marks, and does it look like it's sticking in and out? And oh, I think I'm getting anxiety just thinking about it. Nice. That's good. We haven't gotten any kind of timeline or really looked into it. Figured I'd make sure people don't grow any superfluous nipples or anything. That they get it first. Let them be the guinea pigs. Yeah, my uncle got the first round of his vaccine a couple weeks ago, and he lives in like Podunk Town. He has to like drive 150 miles to get it, and so last week he was due for round 2, and of course, Snowmageddon hit, and he didn't get 15 miles from his house before, like, he was like, I can barely even keep the car on the road and just do anything with it. So he went back home. So he said to reschedule his appointment. That's pretty good.
You love listening to your favorite artists.
Stay there for now.
And we love listening to you. So let's talk. Click now to take part in our short survey. And you could win a month of gloriously uninterrupted music with Spotify Premium. That means you can enjoy all your favorite artists ad-free. Sound good? Then all you need to do is hit the banner now for your chance to win.
Let me check this out. Yeah, it's got an old school vibe. That's pretty cool. It's one of those. I'm not familiar with the guy or his work. I personally would probably skew towards digital, and that way, if it turns out to something I really enjoy, I would then maybe try and upgrade at a later date. But Yeah. Yeah. I know that battle well. Well, even it might help that it's a graphic novel potentially, as opposed to just an issue. Uh, like Rob Multari moved his graphic novel do a follow up campaign on Indiegogo, and he's pulled in about $1,500 on it. You know, he's not trying to serialize his issues there. He was doing that on a Kickstarter. So maybe just graphic novels in general work better on Indiegogo as well, as especially if you're not CG. I don't know. It's something I've been thinking about. You should do like me, man. Just start trying to go through your shelves and figure out what's really worth keeping and what's worth moving on. Like, I'm super duper torn about even like my back issues. Like, I don't want to sell them, but I also do. Just to free up space for my stuff that I'm trying to sell. You know, and I got a closet full of back issues that I don't do a lot with, but at the same time, I know there's a few books in there that are worth a decent amount right now, and probably will build up over time, potentially. I don't know. I keep getting an ad now on Facebook for Duncanville Comics that they buy collections, and they'll come to you. They're based out of in the Dallas area. It's one of those things where it's like, if I get really serious about it, I might contact them, but I just don't know. I'm torn. I'm gonna try something. I don't know if I'm gonna actually do this or not, but do something. later. I'll fine tune it later. I just had this idea that popped in there and I wanted to check it out. So I think I'll do something similar to that in the end. Just make it better.
Hey, I'm Andy, and I started Harry's, the shaving company that's fixing shaving. At Harry's, we keep it simple. We make sharp, durable blades and offer them at honest prices for as low as $2 each. We obsess over quality so much that we do crazy things, like buy a German razor blade factory. So give us a try with this special offer. Get a Harry starter set with a 5-blade razor, weighted handle, shave gel, and a travel cover. All for only $3 with free shipping. Just go to harrys.com and enter 0099 at checkout. That's harrys.com, code 0099.
At Charmin, we heard you shouldn't talk about going to the bathroom in public, so we decided to sing about it.
I love my Charmin Super Mega Frozen Rolls, yeah. Gold last long, it's TP Gold, yeah. Charmin's got 6 rolls in one, lasts forever on my buns. Only Super Mega when I'm cleaning. Charmin's got my booty believing.
Charmin Super Mega Roll is 6 regular rolls in one. Enjoy the go with Charmin.
Your evening can use a little more brightness. So add a splash of Tropicana Pure Premium Orange Juice with 100% of your daily dose of vitamin C for the whole family. It's that little evening moment that can brighten their night. Tropicana. Sip your sunshine.
I'm gonna make a JPEG of this so I can try and maybe enlist some advice from a buddy of mine who does a bit more of this painted work. So maybe I can get a better look for the fur. I think I'm gonna end up calling it tonight because I've been awake a long time since I didn't hardly sleep after 2:30. So I know it's kind of a short stream. I apologize. It should be longer, but it's not going to be because I'm tired. So there. Thanks for hanging out. You guys have a good week. I'm not sure what all's gonna happen. Maybe I can get a stream in during the day one of these days. Do a daytime stream. We'll see. No promises, but I'll give it a shot. So thanks a lot for hanging out. Bye, guys.